Welcome to Redcat RC, and once again we have another RC that I was highly anticipating for quite some time. Now I'm going to monologue for just maybe a minute. When Yikong first came out with the Fun Haver, I'll put a card above so that you guys can click on that video. But when they first came out with that, I thought that truck was amazing, looked great, performed just the way we wanted as bashers and people who love scale vehicles. Yikong came out with some trophy trucks, but they weren't too scale for my liking. And then FMS released their first trophy truck, and that thing was a beast. But this, the Fun Haver, Ford Bronco, U4, this one takes it over the top. I purchased this truck from FMS. I will leave a link down below where you guys can purchase it. This is a 1/7 scale licensed Ford Bronco U4. And we have Lauren Healy and Von Gittin Jr. This is a solid rear axle, independent front suspension, go fast RC. It's the best way I can put it. It comes with Hobby Wing electronics, so you're gonna get a 4274 1600 kV brushless motor, and you're gonna get 150 amp brushless ESC. But this is gonna come in as a ready set, and what that means, it does not have a battery for the truck, nor does it come with a charger. So we're gonna have a front, center, and rear differential, metal chassis, independent front suspension, solid rear axle. We have a Hobby Wing 4274 size, 1600 kV brushless motor, and that's paired with 150 amp brushless ESC. We have aluminum threaded, oiled filled coilover shocks, a 60 kilogram high torque steering servo, CNC parts throughout this truck, and speeds. I don't care about speeds, as you guys may know on this channel. Sizes for the truck, we're gonna give you a screenshot of that. You guys can see which one we got. The 2025 edition, Von Gittin Jr. More of their story on the back here. I'll freeze on this so you guys can see what that's all about. As I mentioned before, these are licensed Ford Bronco bodies. You're gonna get the 2025 edition, the 2024 edition. You can't go wrong with each, but if you're looking for some of the similarities or differences, for the most part, the bodies and the colors are going to be fairly the same. You're only going to notice that around the beads on the wheels, and these are glue down wheels. These are not true bead locks. You're going to have the neon color on the 2024 edition. 2025 edition, you're going to get the red. You're also going to notice that the Nito here is right across the lower portion of the truck, whereas Nito is there as a decal, but the paint scheme is sliced off on the bottom of the truck. You're also going to know that it has the RTR on the side on the 2025 edition, Fun Haver on the 2024. So just that you guys know, and there's some differences on the hood of the truck too, but we don't have that view right now, so I'm only going to speak about what you can see. The other side of this truck you're not going to care about, but this is the part 2025 edition, which is what we got in the box. 2024 edition right here. Let's get this thing up and out, and let's see what this truck looks like. I am pretty sure I am opening the wrong side and the wrong position of this box. I'm usually 100% wrong every time when I open a box. Yep, it's on its head, it's on its lid. There I knew it, great. So, boom. Let's get this thing out of the box and we'll bring you guys back in. Guys, here we are. Oh my God. So this is how you're gonna get the truck. You're gonna get the truck with all of this covering all over it. But I always like showing you guys how the truck comes out of the box so that you guys can know what to expect. Because I've had people tell me that theirs did not come a certain way from other manufacturers. So I like to make sure that you're seeing how I got the truck, and hopefully it mimics what you get. Truck out of the box, one last piece of plastic to peel off. Oh, it's so satisfying. This thing looks amazing. And a lot of the decals, they seem to be, yeah, they're on nicely, except for down here. Well, we'll mask this body up with some Gorilla Tape, but for the most part, some of the decals are fitting pretty good. Down here, it just feels a little crinkly. But other than that, this truck looks amazing, guys. And we got a lot of detail on this vehicle. There's a lot of lights on this truck. We'll go through that when we get the truck out in the open. You guys have seen what I like to do in showing you these kind of things during the running parts of the video. But this truck looks amazing. For the transmitter, you're going to get a rebranded Dumbo RC transmitter. You have your steering, your throttle, channel 3, channel 4. Down here is going to be where you're going to control your light switch. This RC should have a gyro in there, and how you're going to tune that is going to be channel 5 sitting right here. That's how you're going to tune it. You have your dip switches to reverse everything, power switch here, 4 AA's down below. You're also going to get your receiver antenna wire, some adjustable links, because the links that come on the truck are fixed, but I think you're fine with the fixed links. You're gonna get a T-wrench and a wheel wrench, and then the owner's manual. They give you a customer service card. I actually got 2 of those, because they really want me to reach out to customer service. A Lauren Healy card, Von Gittin Jr. card, the one-to-one version of the truck, thank you card from FMS, and a card for the RC. So they give you quite a bit of paraphernalia on this truck. The truck feels lighter compared to my other fun haver. The dimensions seem a little bit different to the other fun haver that I have. I'll bring both trucks out so you can see what it looks like. Got a nice composite grille with a fair lead in the front. It is a faux fair lead. The body pins are tethered on the top. Working roof bar lights here. Working headlights, driver figures inside, roll cage inside this truck. These body pins in the rear are the ones that you're gonna pull off to untether the body and hinge it up. Oh, the sway bar is exposed there. Hopefully you guys are able to see that. That is amazing. Wow. Full fuel tank right here. Compound of these wheels. Sidewalls have a little bit of give. Top of it is extremely firm, got mud flaps in the rear. I could do without mud flaps. I know they're just trying to keep it to scale. These taillights are working on the truck as well. Dual shocks. So you have dual shocks all 4 corners on this truck. And the second ones are going to be your dampeners on this truck. Taking a look underneath. Oh, this aluminum chassis down below. Composite arms. In the front. The rear axle is composite as well. Don't be alarmed that the rear drive shaft is somewhat thin, I would say, but it has held up very well on my Yikong. So I have no questions. There is a dust boot on there, upper trailing arms on the truck. The body in the rear is also tethered with these rubber straps. Sway bar in the rear, sway bar in the front. These body pins that I've noticed on these trucks, at least the Yikong, they are some of the smoothest I've ever taken apart, guys. All of these body pins are going to be tethered. So truck's going to hinge up and go back. Looks like the lights are tethered in the rear, but the minute you try to take the body off, it looks like it's going to pull on the lights. So just be careful about that. I would go ahead and mask the inner part of the body here. Secure these lights with probably some Gorilla Tape. I would even go as far as kind of maybe masking up and doing some type of Gorilla Tape on the sides of the truck and also in the rear fenders. This dust cover is a beast to come off, guys. The Velcro is very strong, and where it's positioned, it's kind of hard to get off because that part mounts down the body. I would try to mount this down some other way, and not the way that they have it down right now, because it's going to be impossible to keep this down. And where they have the Velcro now, it's not smooth. So I can't see that adhering. Every RC that I've ever owned that it wasn't smooth, that Velcro side on the chassis comes up. One of the things that I wanted to mention before, that I was saying before with my other fun haver compared to this one, I like how they did the sway bar. The sway bar is done differently on this. The sway bar on the fun haver that I own, it constantly comes apart even when you put Loctite on the grub screws. Bash it hard, you start jumping it, eventually that sway bar becomes loose, and then you won't even notice it until you see that the truck starts to roll over quite a bit, and then you'll notice that the reason why is because that sway bar is come apart. I'm noticing too on the ESC, it comes with EC5 connectors, dual EC5 connector. What I'm noticing that they don't have on this is, or they didn't provide to this, is a loop back. I would have appreciated, some of you guys, this is going to be your first large RC, and you may not have a loop back, because if you've been used to running 3Ss and 4S trucks that only have a single connector, you're not going to have a loop back on this. So you're either going to have to purchase one or make one yourself. Other than that, this truck is a beautiful piece of machinery, guys. It looks amazing. As I mentioned earlier, how the lights are tethered here in the rear, you got to be careful, because when you lift the body back, it's going to pull on those cables, and hopefully it doesn't pull on one of your cable management systems that are in here and pulls that off, because it is a very short lead with the wire connector off of it. Now, one concern, and I wanted to say about the other thing that I said there was two things in reference to my other fun haver and this one that I saw that was concerned. The first one I had mentioned, which was the sway bar change on there. The other thing that I did on my other fun haver is that I went with a larger can size motor. It came straight out of the Outcast 8S. I found that the motor that came with the original fun haver, it was getting extremely hot, and there wasn't too much room to put a fan on that motor. So I went with a larger can. I'm telling you right now, I don't need to run that truck on 6S. 4S is more than enough. But the other part about that truck is that it screams. I don't know if you guys saw the last video, and I'll leave a card somewhere up here somewhere that you guys can watch that video, but that's on 4S, that's not 6S, and that thing has a lot of power to make those jumps. That motor is perfect for it, and I'm still running the stock ESC, which I believe is 150 amp ESC, still running that, but the motor makes it run so smooth. We're gonna go ahead and get a battery in this truck, and we're going to see how it performs. For the run video, I'll try to bring out the other fun haver so you guys can see the two. I won't be able to run them side by side because it's just me, but I will bring both of them out so you guys can see it. Enjoy the running part of the video, guys. And let me know in the comments down below, which one would you prefer? And it's raining. Weatherman told me that it wasn't gonna rain today. So these cars are gonna be somewhat of a muddy mess. But we're gonna have some fun out here today, guys. So smooth. Oh, come on. I got a ton of grass already in this. So smooth, but it is pouring. And I gotta get it in. Drives nice. Drives really nice. Oh, the suspension. But let's do something quick since I'm just sitting here just getting doused by rain. I wanted to show you guys the lighting system. That right there is what you're gonna get is the park lights on. Nothing else comes on. No tail lights whatsoever, and that's just in the first position from off. And then when you flick it, you get the roof lights, the headlights on. And then I'll show you the taillights. And that's the taillights. Super smooth. Yeah, FMS is killing it with these trucks. It can handle 6S no problem. No problem. I just wanted to see what it was like on 4S first. Look at that water wicking off of it. Hey, I'm doing it for you guys. I'm out here in the rain for you guys. Handling this whoop. Drives nice, guys. I mean, it's gonna be a solid rear axle truck, so you're gonna get a little tippy in the turns. You just gotta gauge your steering. And deal. But it's super smooth. I'm gonna say, if you're a basher, this is the truck you're gonna want, is these trucks from FMS. Especially if you're looking for that scale look to your truck, but yet you still wanna jump it a little bit. These trucks can handle it. And I don't mean the little whoop that I'm doing now. I'm talking about real jumping. Go back and look at my TB7, my Yikong TB7 videos, and that truck, I'm hitting it on a ramp. No, I'm not launching it 10 feet, 30 feet in the air, but it's 5-foot jumps, 4-foot jumps, and the truck is taking it. And that's what it's built to take, really smaller jumps. That's what it's meant for. More scale-like driving, but I got a little thirsty, had the ramp with me, and I figured I'd take the TB7. And plus, I have another video where I took the TB7 and was launching it off of a hill, and it was doing it well. It's about a good 4 or 5 foot drop, and it was doing it well. Maybe a little bit more. But I'm getting doused out here in the rain. We're gonna go get the TB7. So now this is also on 4S, has a slightly wider stance, same wheelbase as the FMS. And I'm running it with a bigger motor on this. As I said before earlier in the video, this is running with the Outcast 8S motor. I don't have the specs off the top of my head, plus this rating off the top of my head. So I'm more focused on driving right now. Guys want to know that information, you can easily look it up. But I love to hear it, man. I love to read it. I want to know what's your thoughts, what's your flavor? TB7 or the U4 Ford Bronco? Both of them are Broncos. And to be quite honest, FMS has both of these, just that their livery looks a little different. And do not try this at home. The receiver box on both of these are not waterproof, so I'm taking my chances with the receivers on this. But I just wanted to come out here, film a little bit for you guys. See these two trucks perform. Something other than what you guys are typically used to from the big name brands. Tumble like that usually causes the sway bar to pop off. Let me check and make sure that it hasn't. It's in. Yeah, that usually will create the sway bar to pop off. I don't care how much Loctite you put on it. Yeah, guys, I like them both. There's not one that I like more than the other. I do like this setup, being the motor, because of the heat situation you get with the with this truck. But I gotta see after I drive the FMS truck for a bit and see how that performs. I'm gonna clean these trucks up, show you the side by side of these two trucks size wise, and then we're gonna wrap the video up, guys.